Ladies and gentlemen, the United Nations Environmental Assembly is the leading platform on global environmental policy. And ahead of this year's assembly, we have been given a wake-up call. The Lancet Commission's report on health and economic costs of pollution makes clear that pollution is now the largest cause of deaths globally, responsible for some 9 million premature deaths. This tells us we need to step up efforts to tackle pollution. We need to do that also because that would be a fundamental contribution to achieving the Agenda 2030 and the Sustainable Development Goals. The rapidly increasing levels of plastic litter and microplastics in our oceans is a global concern. Millions of tons of plastic waste flow around the oceans and are carried across the globe with the currents. This affects livelihoods. It affects ecosystems, and potentially it does affect human health. Combating marine litter is a key priority for Norway at home and abroad. We need specific actions on the ground locally and nationally at the country level, but we also need to get our act together internationally at the global level. There is a lack today of a coherent international governing framework to effectively address marine litter in a comprehensive manner. Norway believes that the United Nations Environment Assembly is particularly suited to address the challenge of marine litter and microplastics, and we've put forward a draft resolution on marine litter and microplastics. This resolution underlines my zero vision for plastics in the ocean and calls for more action both in the short and long term to achieve Sustainable Development Goal 14. Mr. President, antimicrobial resistance has long been on the global health agenda. The Frontiers 2017 report launched today demonstrates the role of environmental factors in the development and spread of antimicrobial resistance. Norway welcomes a holistic approach to ensure that antibiotics remain a common good for future generations. Working to improve the environment is fundamental to humans and to human rights. But many of those who stand up for the environment face serious risks. One environmental defender is killed every day. The international community cannot let this happen, and national jurisdictions should not let this happen. We need strong advocates for the environment. Partnership with civil society, indigenous peoples groups, academia, and the private sector is a prerequisite to reach the 2030 Agenda and the SDGs. Mr. President, armed conflict and acts of terrorism cause grave damage to the environment. As states, it is our responsibility to protect the environment, to secure safe drinking water, access to land, and clean air. These tasks and the many more in the environmental agenda are difficult, and at times they can seem overwhelming. But we can accomplish them. We can accomplish them only if we act together. Thank you very much.